The Harivamśa Purana, Chapter 2, The Tyrant of Mathura. In the land of Mathura, there lived a tyrant general named Kamsa. Despite his tyranny, Kamsa was a very ambitious and daring soldier. He once faced a mighty army of the nearby kingdom of Magadha and single-handedly routed the entire army, saving the land of Mathura. The king of Magadha, named Jarasandha, was so impressed with his military tactic and stratagem that he offered both his daughters as his wives and formed an allegiance with him. As soon as he won the war with Magadha, he utilized his matrimony to the wives of Jarasandha as a facade to coronate himself as king, despite the fact that his father, Ugrasena, was still the king of Mathura. Too impatient and very ambitious, he imprisoned his own father and crowned himself as king of Mathura, much to the dislike of the VRISHNI people who inhabited the land of Mathura. Kamsa's favorite hobbies included robbing the people of Mathura, overtaxing its citizens, and causing grief and misery to the people of the land. Despite his tyranny, however, he did have a soft spot for his cousin's sister. Being the only son of Ugrasena, he was overjoyed when he heard that King Devak's wife gave birth to a girl named Devaki. He showered her with gifts and cared for her well. When time came, he personally looked after betrothing Devaki to the son of Shurasena named Vasudeva. Vasudeva was pious, honest, and known for his truthfulness. Kamsa meticulously planned the wedding between his sister and Vasudeva and personally saw the wedding decorations. He beamed with pride on marrying his sister to the noble son of Shurasena. And when the chariot was being taken to the house of Devaki and Vasudeva, Kamsa pushed aside the charioteer and personally took the reins of the chariot and drove the chariot to the newly wed couple. He got down from the chariot with absolute humility, which was so very rare for the tyrant of Mathura, and opened the doors of the chariot so that his cousin sister Devaki and her new husband Vasudeva could ascend the chariot. He then drove the chariot throughout the city of Mathura for all to see, grinning ear to ear, full of pride. Unfortunately, fate decided to part the love of a brother and his cousin's sister, and it was at this time a prophecy was heard from the heavens. "O foolish king of Mathura! The eighth child born to the woman you are charioteering will slaughter you." Kamsa was stunned for a moment when a ripple of anger coursed through his veins, and in that instant all his fraternal love evaporated to reveal a deep-seated hatred for his new nemesis. He hollered, "Only if the woman is alive to bear all 8 children, I will slay her now!" And he took his scimitar and pulled Devaki's hair to slice the neck from the head when Vasudeva flung his arm at Kamsa's leg. "I beg you, my lord, I beg you, spare my wife's life. She is no threat to you. It is the 8th child which threatens you. I promise you, my lord, I, the son of Shurasena, promise to give every child born by my wife. Please, king of Mathura, spare her life," implored Vasudeva. Kamsa's anger subsided as quickly as it rose. He let go of Devaki's hair and nodded with agreement. "Very well. I will not slaughter your wife, as you promised to deliver all the children born by her," said Kamsa in a soothing manner. He imprisoned Devaki and Vasudeva under house arrest. As soon as he imprisoned his potential threat, he began building a large fortress away from the house of Vasudeva, lest somehow the infant managed to escape. Kamsa then commanded all his soldiers, demons, rakshasas, and ogres to protect him at all costs. With the presence of all the ogres, demons, and soldiers surrounding him, his confidence was boosted, and he began to think as if the voice from the heavens was just a jest by the gods. Despite his newfound confidence in his fortress and his entourage of guards, demons, and ogres, Kamsa took extreme precautions to avoid any risk. He commanded all the women in his harem to live with Devaki to ensure that when she conceives, he will be the first to know. He demanded all the attendants in his palace to cater to every need and desire of both Devaki and Vasudeva. After all, the birth of his executioner is only possible if his parents are fit and able to conceive. Both Devaki and Vasudeva were terrified of Kamsa and knew well of his potential for cruelty. They were meticulously looked after with the highest quality food, comforts, and the best of servants to cater to their needs. Despite Kamsa's potency for cruelty, he still showed affection to his cousin sister. Time went by and Devaki became pregnant, and sure enough, she gave birth to a healthy baby boy. As soon as word reached Vasudeva about the birth of the firstborn, he walked to the room where Devaki delivered the baby, and Vasudeva, the father of the newborn, dutifully handed over the baby to Kamsa. Kamsa had no doubts on the word of Vasudeva. He was a man of honor and held himself to his word with utmost care. As soon as the baby was delivered to Kamsa, Kamsa roared with joy. "I knew I could count on you, mighty son of Shurasena. Well done. I am truly impressed with your dedication to honor. Honorable is a man who lives up to his word," said Kamsa. And in saying so, he fondled the newborn baby. An irk of paternal love etched in Kamsa's heart. He saw the helpless little baby fast asleep in its swaddle and took it close to his chest and felt a mixture of guilt and pity. "This baby cannot possibly harm me. The divine ethereal voice promised the 8th child born to my sister will slaughter me. Why should I harm this little whelp?" Kamsa said to himself. After saying so, much to the joy of Vasudeva, he handed the baby back to him. "Go, son of Shurasena. Think of this as a reward to your loyalty to me. Keep your firstborn," said Kamsa, with a heavy tone of magnanimous affection. Vasudeva was overjoyed. He hugged the little baby and ran to Devaki with the news.
I hope you liked today's episode of The House of Kuru. If you have not already, please subscribe to this channel and like this video so that you will be notified every time a new video is uploaded. Thank you.